everyone. Good afternoon. I'm glad you could make it to our weekly update. To have Richard Frankich here with us as well. And we're going to get right into our community connection. So I see a couple folks joining, Rich. We have Brenda and Liz and Debbie, Dan here too, and also Georgina and James all watching us with another about 39 other people watching us live as we give the update about all the stuff that happened the past 7 days in our wonderful community. So, Rich, get into it. Weekly update here.
Sure. So this week we're covering May the 5th through May the 11th, getting right into our numbers. We had 898 police calls for service, 66 fire calls, 14 crime reports, 59 arrest charges, 448 traffic stops, 191 citations, 49 injury crashes, and 9 injury crashes. Those crash numbers creeped up this week pretty substantial.
Yeah, the crash numbers are definitely up. We can see it just even today. There were a lot of crashes out and about. I think it's just because it's getting warmer out and more people are out and about, and we're still dealing with distracted driving. Traditionally, we would maybe write 1 to 2 citations for distracted driving a week. Now we are writing up to 50 distracted driving citations a week with a new initiative that we have where we are enforcing distracted driving. So if you are driving with a phone in your hand, you could run the risk of getting stopped and getting a citation. The last thing we want to do is have to issue citations. But if we continue to see these crashes go up, we really have to enhance the enforcement so we can get these crashes back down, because when crashes are up, more people are getting injured because they're being hit. And we see a lot of rear end crashes in our community where that other driver doesn't see a vehicle is stopped or is not paying attention and runs right into the back of the other vehicle. So please be careful when you're out and about. Watch out for those who are distracted. And I know we're human and I know we all make mistakes, but we have to put that phone down so we can drive safely out on the road.
And then into our crime reports, we've got 5 theft, 3 property damage, 2 family disturbances and frauds, and then 1 each of forgery and a stolen vehicle. And then moving along on the arrest charges, 15 driving on suspended revokes, 10 each, no driver's license, simple possession of drugs, and 8 warrants. And then you can see the rest of them there. Some pretty good proactive work here on these numbers this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed the minor in possession of alcohol charge, and I'll go into a little bit later in the presentation about a recent undercover operation we did just to be sure that our local businesses were not selling alcohol to those underage.
And then on our neighborhood and school zone traffic enforcement efforts, we had Nicholsville, Park Glen, Timber Trail, Jackson Hills, Curd Road, East Division Street, Weston Drive, South Rutland, Providence residential neighborhoods, and of course all of our school zones. 50 stops, 26 citations, and 1 arrest.
Good work.
And then on to the Guardian Shield numbers. The 3 big stats everybody really likes on these numbers is the stolen cars at 121 stolen car recoveries, 57 stolen plate recoveries, and 81 wanted persons that we've taken into custody from Guardian Shield since its inception. Good numbers.
That continues to do good work. We've noticed our interception numbers are lower. We simply just think that they're avoiding our community, and that is the goal, to keep the crime out of the community, but the system still works well. We had those questions about the new Tennessee Blue plates, but luckily our vendor has worked really hard to ensure that they can still read the plates. They've changed some software. They've placed some new infrared illuminators on the devices to illuminate those new tags better. So overall, it's back working good, and we're grateful for that. There was a moment in time where it wasn't working as well at night, but it's back to working full speed with the changes in software and the new infrared illuminators that are now on that system.
And that's what I got you on stats this week.
Awesome. I talked a little bit about it earlier, but our detective division conducted compliance checks this week to local merchants who sell beer for off-premise consumption. So that would be like a convenience store, anywhere we can go inside the store, purchase alcohol, and then leave with it, and then go drink it wherever else. There were 36 stores checked. Only 1 store failed. All did check for ID. Why the 1 store failed, I don't know for sure, but that clerk did get cited for violating that city ordinance by selling the alcohol to someone under the age of 21. But overall, when you see 35 out of your 36 stores do a good job and do exactly what they're supposed to do to be sure that they are not selling alcohol to someone that is underage is a good thing. We would love, of course, 100% compliance, but 35 out of 36 isn't too bad. And hopefully it was a lesson learned by the one store who did fail that compliance check. We try to do these a lot around the graduation and prom season, and that's why it took place this week. And we truly just want everyone to be safe out there. We don't want to see any young person injured in a bad crash or impaired by driving. And last week we did have a DUI arrest of a 17-year-old who was operating a vehicle coming head on at a police car. Our officer had to go in the opposite lanes of travel to avoid that crash. The officer did a U-turn, stopped the vehicle, and found a 17-year-old impaired driving who had been drinking alcohol. So parents, please know where your children are, and please be sure they are being safe out there. You know, their lives are precious just like every other life, and we don't want to see anyone hurt for a misjudgment where they get behind the wheel after consuming something that would impair them. It's also Police Memorial Week, and so the Town Center clock tower is lit blue in honor of all the fallen police officers nationwide. And we've had many events this week where we were also the host city at the hotel for the concerns of police survivors and the families of fallen officers through 2021. And they kind of went to their different events through the hub of Mount Juliet. And we were grateful to assist them while they were here in our community. And now they have traveled up to Washington, D.C. to honor their fallen family member and officer at the National Memorial. So that's why you see the clock tower lit blue. There's different posts about other things on our Facebook. And we just keep every family member of a fallen officer, of course, our officers locally, in our hearts, and ensure their families are continued to always be supported year after year due to the loss of their loved one in service to each and every one of us in our community to keep us safe. Rich, how's the weather?
Well, it's not looking too bad. Still a little warm. We're going to be low to mid 80s throughout the weekend, but the storm chances are creeping up through the weekend. Starting tonight, we're going to be getting up into the 20 percentile range for some slight chance of some thunderstorms. And then through the weekend, we're going to be up around 50% chance of rain tomorrow and then tomorrow night. And then Sunday, it's going to start creeping back down again. So as the weekend progresses, the rain chances will get a little bit less. Getting into our first part next week, it'll clear up. But temperatures will stay pretty consistent, low to mid 80s.
Gotcha. So this weekend we'll have some summertime thunderstorms. Is that what you're saying?
We will, yeah.
All right.
Doesn't look to be anything really severe, but some
Right.
slight chances of some thunderstorms coming on.
Got it. All right, let's give away a gift card. In the comments, wherever you are, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, type in that hashtag MJ Guardian Shield. I changed it up on you this time, but make sure everything's spelled correctly and no spaces before or after or in between. Type that hashtag in and you will be registered for a $10 gift card. And you're eligible if you live in Wilson County or any county connected to Wilson County. So if you win, you will see Richard's email in the comments. Just email him and let him know where you're at, and we'll get this card to you by dropping it off or mailing it to your address. Let's see how many we get in. Good deal. Rich, it's been a busy day for us. We've had a lot of events going on this week, many walk to school events at Rutland and at W.A. Wright Elementary. Today, we also had a coffee with a cop at the Del Webb community. It was awesome. It was nice to interact with everyone there. It was very packed. It was, 100 plus people came to chat with us at Del Webb, and it's always nice to get in their community and interact with them. They're very supportive of our police department and all that our officers do. And then we sent K9 Milo to school. He went to Green Hill High School, and he was a Green Hill High School Hawk for the day. Him and Sergeant Barth went and chatted with a criminal justice student. So I got to see the pictures, and Milo was getting plenty of back scratches. So I think he probably had a good time and loved all of that.
Yeah, we had a great time at Del Webb this morning. It's always fun to go interact with them, and they're always so welcoming. They feed us very well. So
Absolutely. Good stuff. All right. I think we got plenty in there. We have 23. Let's go for the draw and let's see Who will win the gift card? All right, Jan Heiserman. So, Jan, congratulations. Please email Rich, and we got coffee for you headed your way. We'll get you a gift card to Starbucks, and you can use that however you please. So, congratulations, and the best of luck next time to everyone who did not win that drawing. With any update, we like to do questions. Type it in the comments. We'll be glad to get to it. What's on the plans, Rich, this afternoon? What you doing?
Oh, since I'm still in the road uniform today from being out this morning, I'm going to get out and ride around the night a little bit and see if
There
we
you
have
go.
any fun tonight.
Awesome. Yeah. It's Friday the 13th, which kind of gets me on edge. And then apparently we have what's called a blood moon, full moon type thing this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing?
It is a thing.
Yeah.
We also have a lunar eclipse coming up on Sunday.
And that's what the blood moon is also having a lunar eclipse. That's what I read. So pretty interesting. When we have full moons around here, it does get a little busy. I'm not that superstitious, but something's odd when the moon gets full and all the calls that we get and happening around here. So hopefully we didn't jinx it. But I would much rather prefer a calm Mount Juliet than a busy Mount Juliet. But it was very busy today. At one point, Rich, I left the office and went to answer a medical call where a lady was choking. Thank goodness she was okay and just had some food lodged in there that they were able to get out. And she was transferred to the hospital. But very nice lady. She was just having a hard time. But got out and helped patrol on that to be sure that call was answered. You weren't out and about any today. I know you were at the coffee with a cop, but
I went to the walk to school this morning as well. That was a lot of fun.
Okay, good deal. So Carol was asking about the fraud cases, Rich, that you saw posted. Do you know what those were about? Was it more online, internet type fraud?
Correct. Yeah, they were internet type fraud cases where people had gotten defrauded via the internet. Like, here's an email, click on it, and input your credit card information type stuff.
Sure. And Carol, what we also see too is where credit card companies get their data compromised. You may see like these warnings come out ever so often that let's just say this business like Target had a breach in their security system and so much credit card data was stolen from that. But that credit card data is then sold like on the dark black market, and they take that data and place it on fake credit cards and then sell those credit cards to criminals who go out and use them, or they just use it for online purchases. So that happens from time to time. You'll notice a weird charge on your credit card, and that's just time to make a report and cancel that card and get a new one. But it's just something we deal with technology. But most of the fraud that we see is credit card related fraud out there.
Eleanor has a question there about the accident down near Publix earlier.
Yeah, so there was a crash. Thankfully, no serious injuries. It was a tractor trailer, and then I think 3 vehicles were involved.
Yep, 3 vehicles.
A secondary crash that created the other 2 vehicles out that way.
And incidentally, that's kind of a good lead in for if you aren't signed up for our MJ Alerts program, make sure you get signed up for that. It's a great program to get some text alerts whenever we have any problems like that. Captain or one of the administrators here will send out an alert, keeps you in the loop for all the traffic issues, any crime alerts that are going on, things like that. It's a really cool program. And I can never remember the number, Captain. They text MJ to what number?
67283.
Yeah, and if you just text MJ to 67283, it'll get you signed up, and it'll get you in the loop for all of our text alerts that come out. It's a really cool program, super easy to sign up. It's a really, really great program.
Yeah, absolutely. And we love that system. We do send out a lot of alerts, but a connected community is a safe community, and anything with building relationships, you have to have good communication. So we like to let you know when stuff is going on out here. So you can help us keep this city safe, right? So there's a lot of times when we have suspects who run from us, we're able to let you know what they look like, what they're wearing, where they were last seen. And then we really get a lot of reports in about, sightings of these suspects or missing people. And it leads to an apprehension or recovery a lot faster. So If you are not on MJ Alert, I would suggest getting on MJ Alert. There you go. Text MJ to 67283 to make that happen. The next women's protection awareness classes for CAT. We don't have that scheduled yet. They are trying to schedule more classes in. There's one underway now during the early or springtime class. So just keep checking our website. We'll definitely advertise that out. But if you go to mjpd.org, it will list the class dates. So right now, there's no active registration for the next class, but we will definitely post that. So stay tuned on here on Facebook and all our channels. Brenda has a question. Yeah, and they will put those in Baird Farms. They have to get the construction done, then put that final layer of new asphalt down, and then they will get the speed humps out there on Baird Farms, Brenda. But that is on the schedule to be done. And here's Liz. She got the alert today and was able to avoid that crash and took Golden Bear home. So Liz, you probably saved a lot of time because there was a lot of traffic out there. Here, Lori has something here. Can you please patrol Target? Handicap parking. People are parking out with handicap tags and parking on the side. That's too for vehicles, buses, parking car space between the thing and the airport. Thank you. Yep, absolutely, Lori. We keep a good eye on those handicap spots as best as we can. If someone is violation, our officers will definitely cite. But if anyone out there sees a violation that we don't see, just call us and we'll dispatch an officer out that way to look at it and enforce it should we need to.
I see I have a anti-Chicago fan there, Miss Cat. Go Packers, yeah.
And then she's going after your Chicago Bears stuff you got posted, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
that's all fair.
Good competition's always good.
That's right.
Ben has a question about the smart lights around Providence, and Ben, they are working on those lights constantly. The issue we've had lately with that was the crash into one of the smart light controllers at Pleasant Grove Road. So that put all the system out of sync because they have to be synced together. And when one signal is basically cut off, then it kind of messes up the whole system. So until they get the Pleasant Grove Road system back running, we'll continue to have some issues out of those traffic signals not being as smart as they should be because the one brain at the Pleasant Grove Road, I don't know if you've noticed, but it was ran into by a vehicle and damaged. So they basically have a basic system running that light right now until the smart system can be reinstalled. And the Overpass Bridge is looking good. It should be done fairly soon. I think they said sometime in June it'll be complete, June or July. So we're counting down the days when that overpass and construction is gone at Mount Juliet Road. It'll be soon enough, and hopefully traffic will just flow a little bit better. And then hopefully the state will work on making South Mount Juliet Road wider down to Stewart's Ferry. And that will be helpful too. And then eventually we will have a interchange at Central Pike and I-40 as Providence Central is developed. So a lot going on. We are definitely growing here. We're about to purchase the property and close on the property out in front of police headquarters where a new police headquarters will be built. We are maxed out here for sure. And we need more space. I don't know if you ever walk in the park of Charlie Daniels, but behind our headquarters are a bunch of storage containers that hold items that can no longer fit in our headquarters. So we just we're out of space. We're growing, which is a good thing. It's good that the police department grows with the city as it grows because we can continue to maintain our level of service and continue to protect this city as best as we can. But it's time for a bigger home. And we're about to close on the property out front. We're working with our architects. We have a construction manager now on with the project, and we'll be getting this thing finally designed and start building. And really grateful for all of our elected officials with the city who have really continued to back public safety across the board, from the fire department to our police department, that they understand that we need to grow too, and they are investing in our safety because The worst thing that can happen to our community is crime go out the roof. And that's something we do not want to happen, because about 98.5% of the people who commit crime in Mount Juliet don't live here. They are not residents of Mount Juliet. They come to our town and commit crime, whether that's shoplifting or vehicle burglaries. So that's why it's nice to invest in things that keep the crime out, which are technology systems like Guardian Shield, or in more police officers and resources for them, because we're truly a lot of times on what I call the defense, because it's not our citizens who are committing crime. It's folks from the outside coming in, committing crime in our community. And our officers do amazing work every single day. I get to see it. I get out there with them. I ride with them, or I'm on patrol myself. Rich, you get to see it as well as when you're out there, and they work hard. They work hard. And I wish we had the time to talk about all their good work each and every day. But you see it. You see them out there going after bad people, and you see them also helping people too. It's not just law and order. It's doing whatever we can as a police department to build our community up. So whether it's helping someone change a tire, carry groceries in, checking on someone, or having to enforce the law, our men and women do it all. I like this from Ben. He says, Mount Juliet police should be issued capes. Yeah. Close to it. All right. Good deal, folks. So just making sure I didn't miss any questions. I don't believe we did. Awesome.
One more thing before we bail, Cap, if you can screen share one more time.
Yeah.
Just wanted to announce a reminder for folks. It's on Channel 3 if you get our local Channel 3. But we've got the 43rd annual Fish Fry coming up at the Mount Juliet Masonic Lodge over on Tate Lane, coming up Friday, May 21st from 11 to 6. Everybody's invited to come over and eat. $14 donation for adults, $5 donation for kids 12 and under. It's an all-you-can-eat. And I tell you, gang, I am not normally a catfish guy. I don't know what they do to the fish there, but it is amazing. I will eat up. I'll tear up some fish over there. So y'all come on and eat. It's real good food, good fellowship. Y'all come by and see us and get some good grub. And we'll be there all day cooking. Y'all come on and check it out.
Yeah, man, I can attest to that. The catfish is pretty good. So, all right, everyone. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. If there's anything that you need whatsoever, just give us a call. We're here for you. And it's an honor and privilege to serve this wonderful community. Take care, everyone.